of work on the MazdaSpeed 3, hopefully installing some lowering springs. Kind of a funny story on that, we'll get into that later. Little old Benjamin's supposed to be showing up here soon, but we went to a pretty big meet last night about 2 hours away. Got home about 12:30, so he's still asleep. It's 11 o'clock now. But I'm too anxious to get started on these springs, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the car into the garage, get it jacked up. Go ahead and start working on it until he gets here with the air tools so we can get those springs off. Just as a little before video so we can compare after. This is the front. Do the, because we're Marty and Moods from Mighty Car Mods. That's the front. Back's a little bit better. Anyways. Alright guys, front of the car is jacked up. Wanted to start on the front because I know it's going to take the longest. I'm so ready. Ben's still not here. I think he just woke up though. Alright guys. Front driver tire off. I'm just about to spray these down. A little bit of WD-40. I've heard the cup it sits in down there is going to be the hardest part of this, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so for those of you that are watching this for the install part and want to know how this is going to go down, for the fronts, it's the same on both sides. Backs will be a little different, but they'll be easier. So you're going to want to take this bolt off right here. That one's going to be a little tight. This right here, you want to undo and unclip the brake line. And then back here, right there, that ABS sensor, you're going to want to unclip it. Once you got all of those unclipped, this is going to come out of its cup right here. And you want to go ahead and when you start, spray some PB Blaster in there because that's going to be a pain to get out. Up here, once that's out, you're going to want to loosen this center bolt, but don't undo it all the way because it'll drop down if you do. And then undo these three right here. And then you should be ready to go. Pull that sticker out of there. And then we'll move on to the part of putting actual spring on when we actually get there. Forgot to mention that this bolt back here, that bolt right there needs to be undone. It releases the brake assembly from the strut. And then you just bang the crap out of it. And this will eventually come out of its cup. Alright, so got it out of the cup. It's actually fairly easy. I use that big old crowbar. It weighs like 30 pounds. I think the real key here though is to soak it down with PB Blaster before you do it. So it's nice and lubricated, and you know, the long part will just come in and out of the hole really easy. That lubrication just makes it go nice and fast, really smooth, really comfortable, you know what I mean? Alright, moving on. Look who decided to grace us with his presence. Hey, park on the cement. Hey, we out here about to take these off, and they're already loose. Okay, they're already loose quite a bit. So, anyways, the interesting part about these springs is that they're not actually lowering springs. They're springs off a set of H&R coilovers. So I don't even know how much drop it's gonna give me, but we'll see. Because these are the stock shocks, which are gonna blow within like 10,000 miles because these are gonna be low. But I got these 135 shipped to my house from a Facebook Mazda page. Alright guys, we apologize about the audio in this clip, but my dad was mowing the lawn and all of the audio was destroyed. Basically in this clip, I'm just taking the top hat off. We got the strap tightened down, and right here it comes off, and it was really anticlimactic, but basically that's what happened.
Alright guys, it's apart now. Now we just got to figure out how to get the strap off there because it's like super compressed now. so yeah.
How exactly does this part come on?
Should just come right up. That whole rubber boot should just... Or is it like attached down here? Oh, yeah, it's like attached. Or like glued on or like something. Great. You know what I did with my boot?
What'd you do with your boot?
I cut it. I mean, that works too.
I feel like that wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, we'll be back in a minute.
So we were gonna try and make it by using ratchet straps to tighten it back down.
Just a little friendly Snapchat.
I apologize for that. But we're not gonna be able to compress the aftermarket springs enough to actually get them on the shock. Of course. We're kind of dumb like that. Anyways, we're headed to O'Reilly's right now.
We got
to go get a loaner tool. And then from there, we'll see how this works.
Alright guys, we got the springs in. We had to go run to O'Reilly's like we said and grab a spring compressor. That's up in there, seated down in the bottom. It's not like fully like in place still. We're gonna have to fully tighten all the bolts. We're having to fix this side because one problem we had is the top of the strut. It's kind of like directional. As you can see, the distance between these two bolts is more than the distance between here to here and here to here. So you gotta like spin the hat to the right spot. But now we got it in the right spot. I don't know if we can show it. Yeah, you can see it. There's a bigger distance here than there and there.
Yeah, and there.
So that
Rookie mistake.
part right here needs to be at the back or towards the middle of the engine bay. So we're gonna get that in. We're gonna like finish bolting it in because that's easy stuff. And then we will come back whenever we're about to lower the car and see what kind of wheel gap and or not wheel gap we're looking at now that we got the springs in on the front.
Alright guys, we got this one in. That's just sitting on there loosely while we put this one in. The main problems where we had to get the top hat to seat properly because one side's longer than the other. And then the biggest problem is getting it to seat back down in the cup because it doesn't exactly want to go in there very easily.
Yeah, there's a hook in the back with 2 grooves and that hook's got to go into the groove.
Like
it's
right there.
This hook right here. It's got to go down into this groove and it's probably about to, so I'm afraid to put my finger in it because I almost lost my finger a minute ago.
Yeah, his thumb got caught in the groove and it dropped down.
It's
and
like,
I had to like
it's
push
really
it.
like not going down. Like,
Oh, that looked like it almost worked. Anyways, we'll get back to you when we move to the back ones. That's pretty much the tutorial on how to do the front ones. That's basically all you need. It seems really simple, and then you start working on it, and then bad things start happening, and it takes longer than you think. That was dramatic. It slipped off.
all right, we got the other side now. Yeah. Bro, that's perfect.
Dude.
That's like only 1 finger of gap and
I can't get my...
can't get your jack out now?
No.
Really?
Dude.
We're gonna have to put something under the wheels now?
Oh my
No,
god.
that looks good.
And the back isn't even all the way down yet.
Yeah, that's true. Does it look the same over here? Oh, that's perfect.
Dude, it looks so good.
Give you guys a representation. There's kind of like what stock height looked like.
And that's actually like...
And yeah, the rear was lower than the front, isn't it? Yeah. What, is that like a good 2 inches or something?
Yeah.
That's good.
Dude, that looks sick.
That looks so good. Bro, if you got like spacers or something for like fitment,
Heck yeah.
that looks so good. Alright guys, we're gonna start working on the back now.
Oh, it feels
And,
so much lower.
Yeah, dude, then we're gonna see what this thing looks like completely. I mean, within a couple days, I bet the front's gonna have no gap anymore.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we just got the first rear lowering spring in. It was kind of a pain, but nevertheless, it is in. We are working on the left side right now. That is almost done. The back has taken us literally.
Cameras like show.
Yeah. The back has taken us like barely any time.
Alright, so to do this, what you're going to need to do is unhook both 14 millimeter sway bars. This one we actually couldn't get, but if you drop both of them out of the lower control arm, if you drop both of them from the brake assembly, then you can actually get it to work. We just have to push down on this pretty hard. But that one's in. And then this is how you get it undone. That 17 millimeter right in there. This one's already undone. We're about to get that one out. Don't forget the rubber boot in the top. And this is a directional seat. You have to find where it fits in. But put that boot on the top, fit it in correctly, and then you should be set to go.
That fitment, guys, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's close up front. The back needs to be broken in a little bit. But with a few launches, I bet the back will be nice and broken in. Just gonna try to drive it around for just a second and just kind of let's. What? Rub? Will you hear rub? I don't hear anything. Okay, well, apparently he's rubbing, so we're gonna go figure out what that is. But yeah, I bet with like a few launches, a couple pulls, you know, just putting some weight on the back end can really get those rear springs to settle down a good bit, because they're a lot, like, they compress a lot more than the stuck springs we're allowing, and they're like just a little bit shorter. So a little bit shorter of a spring, more compression should allow that to drop a little bit more once it's broken in. But yeah, that looks pretty good. We might try to get some panning shots, maybe some like driving clips. I don't know. We'd have to have one more person to drive me around so I can get some shots of the car. That might be a separate video. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it right there.
So low in the front.
Yeah, the front did work. Like, I hope you guys can like see what we're seeing. It's almost flush. Like, if you had a spacer, it would almost be flush. That's also a really cool picture that I'm getting right now. So yeah, guys, that's the installation of the H&R springs right there. We'll try to get some cool like shots of this car maybe for another video, but yeah, that's it. If you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, so that you can see more of the Speed and of the G, but this stuff's coming later for that. I still got to do the control arms, but yeah, guys, we will catch you guys in the next video.